a country that finds it so easy to say no, we have to find it within ourselves to say yes to the capacity to love the other person on our country.
When writing for university, how you finish your piece of work is just as important as how you start. In this video, we are going to take a look at how to write a conclusion. Your conclusion is the last thing the reader and marker of your work will see. So it serves as a great opportunity to use your conclusion to remind the reader of what you were writing about in the first place. Imagine the end of a footy game or a great speech. The final point scored or the final line of the speech makes you rise from your seat clapping spontaneously. That's what you want your conclusion to do for you. A conclusion has 3 jobs to do. 1. To restate your overall answer to the task or question. We call this your thesis statement. 2. To summarise the main points you have made from each of your body paragraphs. 3. And to finally make a comment which tells the reader where you stand on the topic, by drawing together all the evidence and making a strong statement. You want your reader to feel like cheering. You want them to come away from reading your work feeling informed and convinced of your arguments. Let's start with an essay task. Discuss why assignment essays are common assessment tasks in undergraduate tertiary coursework, and evaluate the effectiveness of assignments as an avenue for learning. Now, let's look at the conclusion written for this task and see if we can identify the 3 jobs a conclusion needs to do for us. The first sentence of our conclusion has to restate what we call our thesis statement. A thesis statement is an academic name for what your overall argument in the piece of writing is. Here we can see that the overall argument or thesis statement is that assignment essays continue to have a prominent role in tertiary education as an assessment tool. The next part of a conclusion is a series of sentences which summarise the main points from the body of the essay. You can see here that there are 3 main points from the body of this essay. 1. That essays are very effective in developing knowledge and writing skills. 2. Assignment essays are less stressful than exams, and this allows the students to show their skills better. 3. That there are some disadvantages to using essays as an assessment tool because they take time to be written and marked. The last part of a conclusion usually sits in the final sentence or 2. This is the part where you get to make a strong statement based upon the evidence to convince the reader of the power of your argument. You want your reader or marker to metaphorically rise from their seats and applaud. In our conclusion example here, the writer demonstrates that the weight of evidence supports the writing of assignment essays for student assessment because this approach has such positive and proven effects for improved student learning. As I said right at the beginning of this video, the ending of your work is just as important as how you begin it. The language you use when concluding a piece of work can really help. The right words send signals to the reader that you are coming to the end. However, you don't want your reader to switch off before they have heard your message. You want to hold their attention until the very end. If we look at our example conclusion again, you might notice some of the language that has been used here. Transition words are words we use to help the flow of one sentence to another. Transition words also signal what we are doing with the content. To begin our conclusion, the author has used the words "to conclude." Using this as the sentence beginning, the author is clearly telling the reader where they are up to in the piece of work. Other language in this conclusion which helps the flow of the sentences are "this is mainly because," "also," "on the other hand," "the weight of evidence however." Overall, a well-written conclusion will lift your reader from their seats, if only in a metaphorical sense. Keep the 3 jobs a conclusion needs to do front of mind, and always write your conclusion last. That way, you will know your argument inside out and be able to make a strong statement for the reader to take away.